Hey everyone, we had a little bit of high water last night and this culvert has a bunch of debris that has built up against it. This is going to be the first test of my new tall boots. I've never actually used them before. So far, they're not very comfortable. Hoping that improves. They feel too tall. It's squeezing my crotch. I don't like that. See, there's a big buildup of debris here. Look at the debris up here. It's been up over this before. Let's get that out of here. There's multiple feet of water that are gonna drain out of the way right now. All right, guys, after gearing up a little better, we're ready to go in here and get this clog out of the way. That's a good 2 feet of water at least down there. It's a 3-foot culvert, and this is in New Hampshire. Amazingly, we never find public culverts clogged in New Hampshire because they have one of the best DOT departments. In fact, this morning they're out driving around everywhere unclogging culverts. It's hard to beat them, but we beat them to this one, it looks like. Yep, I actually got scared because right as I was prepping up, some truck pulls in right next to me across the street. I thought it may have been a DOT truck. It's not. They got a platform right here next to the culvert. All right, guys, before we unplug this, we're gonna go look at the other side here. Oh, wow, I didn't even notice there was 2 of them, and they're huge. That means the wall of junk on the other side must be so big. Wow, we're gonna try to do what we can. That culvert, you can already see the rebar. That means they must have had problems when they made it. Must have rushed the curing process. That's usually what causes that. Right now, they can put up a temporary dam, forcing it all into the other side and fix the bottom of that. But once it goes through, you're kind of messing around with, there could be erosion damage you're not seeing. They could still liner that thing. Woo! Wow, there's a lot more here than I expected. I didn't even know there was a second one there. Wow, we're gonna get these open. All right, here we go. All right, that's a tough one. Wow. Oh, might have to stop to get a drink. Wow, this is a good one. We're gonna work on getting that other side open, hopefully. If not, this one's completely open. It's eroding a bunch of junk out of the way. All right, guys, we improved that a lot. What you're seeing over there is a gigantic ball of roots. That's a whole tree. Let me show you. Just gotta break down the camera. Put the tripod away. Closing all its legs. Yes, see this right here? Starting there is a giant tree with its ball of roots right here. Thankfully, I was able to move this, which was in the entrance. I was able to move it back, but that's about it, which also has a giant ball of roots, weighing in at probably a total of 500 pounds, at least. Can't even rock it free. I am amazed to see this. In the state of New Hampshire, they never have this problem. You can see right here, it's backed up very recently, to the fact that sometimes it gets so high. Look at the debris, it comes up here, it floods all this. Why is that guy going so slow? Speed limit's 50 and he's going like 30. Weird. Anyways, check this out. Look at the rocks eroding. You can see the rocks tumbling. The dam was blocking more than half of the culvert, meaning sediment has built up quite a bunch. And right now it's eroding a ton. You can see pretty good sized rocks, some of them up to 3 inches diameter, rolling like nothing. And that, everyone, is why sometimes you see me going in metal culverts and the bottom is shiny. It's literally sandblasting it as erosion causes sediment to go through a culvert. Unfortunately, we can't do anything on that side because that's a giant ball of roots. And I can tell this has been here because of this tree at least 5 years, I'd say, with no maintenance. Wow. First time I ever caught the New Hampshire DOT with a problem like this. They're usually the best state out there. All right, this will get reported to them tonight and then come out here with a machine and get the rest of this. Their office is within 5 miles of here. I looked up. They can grab that. Gotta say, they do make beautiful granite walls for these culverts in New Hampshire. Let's do a quick walkthrough. This culvert is actually very high quality. You know how this one over here has the bottom of the rebar showing? It might be from what you're seeing now, years and years of sediment. Let's go through this thing quickly, okay? Yep. I don't have a light on me. There's probably black widows. Oh well. Let's see how this goes. Very nice culvert. Let's see if we can startle this tent on the other side. I feel tons of rocks banging against my feet. And I know there's definitely black widows in the ceiling. I just can't see them. Very scary, dark in here. Oh, my legs hurt quite a bunch from that. Let's get what's right here off and let it get on its way. Next big storm would almost definitely get that, but we're gonna do it. This one looks like for a long time has had very little flow. Iron oxidizing bacteria can also do this. just like rust, and along with rust, it'll expand, causing the same damage. Not a good thing. Now that we got all that out of the way, look at the amount of rocks that are still coming through. Look at that. Oh, that's it. That feels pretty cool. Rocks just pouring into your hand. Look at them. So many of them. Wow. Cool. You see the culvert? It has a settling issue, if you can see that. There's definitely, you can see a deformation here on the camera. See how suddenly up there it drops? Yep. This is also very cool watching these rocks come out. Yep. And for all my critics, this right here will not be hitting another culvert. It'll be entering a river, which has only bridges, but none of it will. This stuff's waterlogged. Next storm will take it down. It'll sink somewhere, whether it be the bottom of the river or a reservoir, and it creates food and habitat for creatures. But look at that. Either the last storm or the last DOT visit put that pile there. Awesome. There's also got some erosion issues here when this culvert's blasting up against that. No big deal, it's the middle of the woods. It'll find its way where it needs to go eventually. I'm still so happy about this. It didn't look like much from the side of the road, but it sure was. Almost didn't even stop here since it's New Hampshire. Every time I pass through New Hampshire, I always look at culverts, usually not state roads, since they do such a great job. This is a first. That's not beaver related. When I first came here this morning looking at it, I was like, you know, that was probably just put there over the last day or two because we've had heavy rain. But no, it wasn't. The culvert, I got completely freed. Yes, it looked like from above view that it was just put there. But as soon as I came over to the other side, before I knew the other culvert was here, now I could see pure neglect. There's trees growing there. And once I started digging down in this one, there was some stuff that was there at least a few years. But maybe the DOT's just been unplugging this one. Kinda. Every time it floods over the road. Like I showed you up there, there's evidence. It has gone over the entire intake structure, the retaining wall. It has flooded over that before as a result of this. They probably came out here with a backhoe or something, took a scoop. Oh wow, there it goes. Maybe those guys didn't even realize there's a second culvert. I have no idea what's going through their heads. But I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Wow. Look at the rocks. The rocks are still going. You can see it throwing them up right here. Yeah, you can literally see rocks moving. It's also not too common I get the chance to unclog one up in the mountains like this. When you actually got steep elevation drop, where it causes rivers to move very fast and be very destructive like this. I want to get one more shot on the other side of the road, see how much the erosion has progressed over this last 10 minutes or so. Yep, by the debris evidence right here, like I said, it floods up to at least right here. Probably not over the road. Maybe, it's possible, I'm not very sure. But, yep, look at that. Right here, up until here, the bed is level. It's still eroding from here on up. And I'm thinking this may be just be an honest mistake. Like me, I came over here 3 times before unclogging it, until I actually looked at the other side. I didn't know there was a second culvert here. So, especially if they're both underwater, the DOT comes up here and they see only one stake, they might only think there's one culvert. So they should definitely go and set up a second pole here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.